Welcome to the House of Kindness, where every collection begins with a dream. Every stitch tells a story, and luxury is more than fashion, it's a way of life. Every dream has a moment where it stops living in your imagination and finally steps into the light. This is that moment. People often see the runway, they see the lights, the applause, the beautiful gowns, the glamorous photos. But what they don't see is everything that happened before the first spotlight ever turned on. Before there was a runway, there was a bridge. Not just any bridge, a bridge between dreaming and believing. Standing there in my blush couture gown with the wind flowing through every layer of fabric, I wasn't just taking pictures. I was making a promise to myself that no matter how impossible this journey looked, I would keep walking. Because every designer has to cross the bridge between fear and faith before everyone ever believes in their vision. And that bridge became the first runway. After the photos, reality returned. The cameras disappeared. The glamour faded. The real work began. Backstage, no audience, no applause, just sketches, mood boards, fabric, pins, steam, threads, coffee, and long hours that nobody posts on Instagram because couture isn't made by magic, it's made by persistence. Hair and makeup became another masterpiece. Every curl placed with intention, every brushstroke carefully blended, every detail reminding me that luxury is never accidental. It is built piece by piece by piece. Then came the fittings, adjusting dresses, straightening trends, checking every zipper, making sure every bead reflected light perfectly, making sure every model felt beautiful. Because a designer doesn't simply create dresses, she creates confidence. And confidence looks different on every woman. Then silence. That beautiful silence backstage right before the show begins. The curtains are still closed. The audience is waiting. Photographers are adjusting their cameras. Models are taking deep breaths. Everyone is pretending to stay calm while secretly wondering, is this really happening? I smiled because I had asked myself that same question 100 times. Then the curtains opened, the music started, and suddenly the dream had a heartbeat. One step, another, another. My very first runway wasn't simply walking, it was every late night, every sacrifice, every rejection, every prayer walking beside me. Then the collection began unfolding, one design after another, each gown telling its own story, each silhouette carrying a little piece of my heart. Every model became a chapter, every look became a sentence, and together they told the story of House of Kindness Couture. The audience leaned forward, phone came out, cameras flashes filled the room like fireworks. Fashion photographers crowded the edge of the runway, trying to capture every angle before the next look appeared. I could hear the whispers. Look at the details. That gown is stunning. Who is the designer? Those whispers were louder than applause because that meant the collection was speaking for itself. Then it was time. The designer walk, the moment every designer dreamt about, walking beside the woman who brought my vision to life, hand in hand, one family, one collection, one unforgettable night. And in that moment, I realized something. Success isn't standing alone at the end of the runway. Success is bringing other people with you. Then something happened I wasn't expecting. Someone walked towards me holding the most beautiful bouquet of flowers. The audience erupted. More cameras flashed. People stood to their feet. I smiled, not because of the flowers, but because they represented every person who believed in me before the world did. Then came the standing ovation. The applause wouldn't stop. People were smiling, some were cheering, some had tears in their eyes. Photographers were calling my name. The models were clapping beside me. And for a moment, time stood still. I wanted to freeze that memory forever. And then, the impossible happened. Golden confetti filled the air. The audience still stood. The runway disappeared beneath the shower of celebration. It felt less like the end of the fashion show and more like the beginning of something much bigger. Because dreams don't end at the runway, they begin there. As I stood beneath the thousands of pieces of golden confetti, I remembered that girl standing on the bridge, wondering if this day would ever come. She had no idea that one day she would walk into a room where the dream had become someone's reality. It wasn't, this wasn't just a fashion show. This wasn't just another photo shoot. This wasn't just another collection. This was proof that faith can become fabric, dreams can become couture, and impossible can become unforgettable. Welcome, welcome to the House of Kindness Couture, where every stitch tells a story and every runway begins with a dream.